Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben.
And I'm Sharita Margarita.
And we are here today with our top 50 games of all time for the year 2026. We like to do this at the beginning of every year and kind of just see where our game tastes have changed and have stayed the same throughout the years. I know I have some games here that I've had since the beginning. This is my sixth year doing a top 50.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then this is your is this
Third?
your third year, I think.
Third
year, yes. I have data all the way back from the beginning. 2021 it was the first year that I did one, and yeah.
Oh, I guess it is 6.
Yeah. So 2026 this year. I have a full top 100. Sharita has a top 50. So my 100 through 51, I'm going to be recording with Jamie. So if you'll be, we'll be a little out of order with mine, but we'll just keep that in mind. I will be referencing my 51 through 100 in regards to our conversations. So if you want to watch them in order, check out Ben and Jamie's Top 100 coming soon to the channel. We're going to also be doing that in increments of 10 or 20 or something, however we feel like doing. But yeah, hers is going to be a lot more two-player and solo stuff, where ours is going to be a lot of mixed bag of stuff. We do a lot of two-player stuff as well. I've gotten away from party games myself. But yeah, I like doing these lists and seeing where my tastes have changed, and seeing like what the new hot stuff is coming out, and then also looking at the previous lists and see like which ones had staying power versus which ones were brand new, were just flash in the pans basically. But who should we have start this list this year?
You.
I'm going to start this video. Alright, so my number 50 was my number 31 last year. It is one of my favorite racing games, and that is Heat Pedal to the Metal by Days of Wonder. Actually, I played this at the convention, a late night game of this. It was an 8-player game of this.
How did that go?
I ended up winning that game. I fell behind early, but ended up winning that game in the end. It was kind of chaotic because we have so many people playing that it slowed the game down a little bit, even though it's simultaneous. But everyone, like some people were a little slower deciding what they were going to do for that turn. And we had to like all raise our hands when we were done and hold our hand until everyone was ready and things. So
did you feel like you were back in school?
A little bit, but it was a fun experience nonetheless, and these were all people that I never met before, so it's cool. One of the fun things about doing conventions is I get to meet all these different people.
Find dates?
No finding dates at this one, sorry.
Maybe
you'll have
February?
Better.
Maybe at the charity event in April.
Yeah. But yeah, Heat Pedal to the Metal, it's a fun racing game. It has a lot of strategy with the how you're playing your cards and changing gears to move different speeds, and you have to watch your speed around turns and things. And it's got some cool catch-up mechanisms, so if you fall behind in the beginning, you can definitely still catch up and do well in this game.
I like that game too.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I remember playing it with Glow. Did Glow end up burning out several times?
Yeah, you can do that if you're not careful and you're a little reckless.
But didn't she end up winning?
I don't think so. I think she might have been last.
So she won last place. That's a win.
Sure, if you're going for last place, then yeah.
You know, second place is the biggest loser.
Yeah. So it was 31 last year.
Why did it drop?
It dropped a little bit. But that's not that much of a drop considering the fact that I've played probably 300 different games last year.
Why did it drop, though?
I think we're just not playing it as much just because we're not getting together in larger groups as much anymore.
So, recency bias.
I'm still playing it online with Jamie, 2 players.
Oh, okay.
But it's not my preferred way to play.
You prefer with a little more people.
I like playing it at the 6 to 8 player range.
Okay, so...
And I just doesn't happen as much anymore. It's a convention thing, but not really much within our group anymore.
I think it'd be a good game to play with Trey and Taylor.
Yeah. I have a couple games that are higher up on the list that I want to play with them first.
Yeah.
But
I really want to play Wonderland's War with them.
Oh yeah, that one may or may not be on the list higher.
If it's not on your list, you're a very bad boy. All right. We said that at the same time. Anyways, yeah, I think that's great. I really like that game, Ben. So my number 50 is called Rear Window. I've played it a few times. It was probably like a year and some change. It used to be a number 15.
Yep.
And again, like Ben said, like, I think it's the recency bias. Like, just haven't played it. But I'm a big fan of true crime. Now, obviously, this game isn't true crime, but I do like the fact that you have to figure out who the murderer is. Or, isn't it?
There might not be a murder. You're just you're just staring in people's windows like a creeper, seeing what they're doing with their lives, and you're deciding if you're seeing something sketchy or not going on in there.
Yeah, peeping Tom.
Yeah. And
wouldn't you say it's a semi co-op game?
Yeah.
Because you were the clue giver, or you're not. But if you were the murder person, you wanted us to get throw us off, right? See, yeah, it's been a while, but I really do enjoy the game, and it's something, I think we played it like 3 or 4 players, and so I definitely, can you play it 2-player?
You can play it up to 2, I think you can also play it up to 5.
Is it fun? Is it a good one at 2? Because one person's a clue giver.
Yeah, it's more of like a back and forth, sort of thing, cooperative experience when it's 2 players. I will say you don't have any people to bounce off of, which is good for some people, bad for others. It's good for those like independent thinker people that can really think for themselves, but if you're someone that needs to bounce off other people for ideas, it's going to be hard to do. I do like the semi co-op aspect of it. It doesn't work in a lot of games, but I think that it adds a little different twist to the genre that you don't see in a lot of other games in that genre, where it's fully co-op or it's fully competitive, where this one is, where you have the opportunity for a hidden traitor that you don't know about.
Kind of like Dead of Winter. But we'll probably talk about that in a different video.
Yeah. So yeah, you haven't even seen the movie Rear Window, have you?
No, is it from the 70s?
It's from the 50s, I want to say.
Oh wow, so it's not.
It's an Alfred Hitchcock.
Is it in color?
It is in color. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's probably my personal top 5, if not top 3 movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah. And this game was actually my number 57 this year, so it fell out of my top 100, or top 50, I should say. So it's still in my top 100. I'll talk about it with Jamie a little bit. But yeah, it was 49 last year, so it was 49 where you had it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah. Or you got it at 50, didn't you? Or 50, 49?
That was 50.
Number 50, okay.
Yep.
Where was it last year?
15.
It was 15, so it has dropped a lot. Probably just because you haven't played it as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun game. Definitely talk about it more in a later video. But, yeah. Glad we got to say all we wanted to about it. Now. Alright. Number 49?
Yep.
Alright, my number 49 is actually new to the list. And it combines 2 mechanics that I'm not a big fan of. But it does it in a way that is interesting and very creative. And that's Letter Tycoon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so Letter Tycoon is a economic word building game. So you have your hand of cards that are letters of the alphabet, and you're using them, plus the cards that are on the table to spell a word. And you don't care about what letters you use necessarily. but you want to make your goal is to make as large of a word as possible. With the exception of not using the words that your opponent owns, because when you make a word, you get money. You use that money to buy the patents and the rights to these letters, and when opponents use those letters in their words, you get money for them, which I enjoy that mechanic in this game, which I don't enjoy it necessarily in other games, but it's one that I've been playing a lot and having a lot of success teaching it digitally to people. It works really well on the BGA app.
I wonder how it's going to work in person.
Yeah, I'm excited to give that a try in person, for sure. But brand new on the list and inside the top 50.
Sorry, I'm just looking at. I just realized there's a game that's not on my list.
Yeah.
That I really want to. I'm going to do something spontaneous actually, and I'm going to add it to my list.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to find where my list is, but my number 49 actually was 48 last year, and it's a game that I think was one of the first games I was introduced, and it was the mini version when I first started board gaming with Ben. So that game is Carcassonne.
Oh, really? That wasn't on your original list?
It was. It was 48 last year.
Okay, but it was, yeah. Okay.
So, I also played this during occupational therapy group in my mental health when I was being rehabilitated for my mental health.
Nice.
It was fun, but I think the first time I played this game, I didn't play with the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know
it's pretty cool.
It added some complexity, and I really like that about the game. I think it's cool building roads and cities and being able to claim those cities. Also, what was it the monastery or what was the?
Yeah, monasteries.
Monasteries, yeah, that was fun too. Didn't we also play a different version, the winter version, right?
Yeah, winter version. I own the base version, the winter version, the Ark of the Covenant version.
I don't think I played that one.
There's a bunch of different versions.
I don't think
Yeah, but
I know you like the winter one a lot.
Winter one's my favorite one. It's just the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
It's the base game with the winter aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Since we have winter, 10 months out of the year here? Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, actually the other day, the number one topic that people talk about these days is the weather. Everyone, if you have nothing else to say, well, how's the weather outside? At my job, we get a lot of door dashers, right? Mm-hmm. So I ask them how are the roads or how's the weather, yep, etc. Is it above zero? So the other day it was 20 below without the wind chill. So it was, I think, negative 35 with the wind chill.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think today we might be at zero.
Yeah.
So it's a heat wave today.
Warming up a little bit from negative 25 that we were negative 19.
Yep. That was real fun.
It was fun. Yeah. I got to be out in that for a
Luckily, you had to play. Luckily, Ben lives literally across the street from his job, so the only problem was playing Frogger, getting across that busy road because no one stops. But yeah, anyways, I think Carcassonne is a great game for people to get into board gaming. It's not. People play their basic games like Sorry or Monopoly. And Monopoly is actually not a basic game. It's quite complex.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Carcassonne is a really fun game. It's easy to teach. Even I can teach it, and I don't. And I'm not a teacher by any means. I mean, Ben just does a phenomenal job. But yeah, that was my number 49.
I think Carcassonne is one of those games where it's simple to teach people,
mm-hmm,
but playing it at a really high level is still quite intriguing, I think. I actually think, if you're playing Carcassonne at a really high competitive level,
it's hard.
You're
pretty cutthroat with it.
You can really do really well. Yeah. You can definitely get really good at this game. Even as random as it may seem, mm-hmm, there's a lot of depth to this game.
But definitely easy to teach somebody to play.
It's easy to get into, for sure.
All right, what's your number 48?
My 48 actually went up this year from 67, and I don't know why. It's not in print. It's not getting played a lot. And it's also not a game that I own in my collection. And that's called Coal Baron.
Never have I heard of that.
We have not played that together. It's something I play with Jamie. And a coal baron is going to be a worker placement game where you're playing as a baron in a coal mine, and you are managing your workers. You have a bunch of worker meeples. It's a worker placement game.
You love worker placement games.
I do.
I'm not hating on it. I think it's great.
I think it's a Cromer game, and this game has been out of print for a long time. But it's a game where you're managing your coal miner workers, and you are going to be sending them down in the mines. You are going to be exploring different mine shafts, mining for different resources, and fulfilling different orders for people. And it's got this cool mechanism to it. There's different worker placement spots you can go to. And unlike with other games, you can go to a spot that's occupied by another player or by workers. You just have to spend one more worker than what's there. So if there's one worker at a spot, you can go there if you spend 2 workers. And if there's 2 workers, you can go to that spot if you spend 3 workers.
Oh, that's cool. That's different than some of the games we've played.
Yes.
So, you said you don't own this game?
I don't.
So where did you play it?
I played it on BGA mostly.
Okay, so is this something you want to pick up a copy if you can find it on the black market?
I can. I know that there's good versions of this game, and then there's bad productions of this game. I want to get one. There's a new version which is kind of ugly, which is wild to me that they still make new versions of a game that are uglier than the original. Yeah, so it had a brief Kickstarter campaign overseas that did okay, and then it didn't really hit retail.
And, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so what you think is ugly may actually be beautiful in someone's eyes.
Yeah, there's just a lot of different depth. It's like a simple-ish game that has a lot of depth and the complexity of managing the money that you have, buying these different mine shaft pieces, and managing, because also with the mine you have to, there's 2 sides of your mine that you gotta manage, because if you are exploring on one side and you're not exploring the other side, it's going to be too heavy on one side, and that mine's going to collapse and you're going to lose points
and die.
You're not going to die, but maybe your workers will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but if you do kill your workers, you don't get any penalty for it, aside from minus the points of the mine. Yeah. And yeah, you can leave your workers down there and stuff, but yeah, it's
cool
fun.
Beans.
Cool beans, indeed, and managing orders to get victory points and stuff. Managing your money, managing your workers, managing resources you're mining for. Coal Baron.
All right, so my number, so I don't have much input besides, like, it seems like a cool aspect, and I like that you said you can spend an extra worker to go to a place that your other opponent has gone to. Definitely something I'd get into. I don't know if I really would want to play it the first time on BGA. I like to, with games besides Letter Tycoon, which I haven't played in person, there's certain games that, like, I would like to play. Most games I like to play in person first before playing on BGA. Well, anyways, my number 48 is new to the list, but not new, not a new game. It's one of the first games I played when I started getting into, like, serious board gaming, and that's Marvel United. And it seems like I'm kind of on a kick for, like, co-op. What I like about this game is that there's many different monsters that you can, or villains that you can compete against. Some of them are easier, and Ben has, like, the Kickstarter. He actually waited like 2 years to get it. He has a lot of characters you can be, and I really, really like that aspect of, you know, trying to, you know, beat the monster, beat the villain, get rid of the gangsters, rescue the victim. And honestly, the game can be very, depending on the villain, can be very rewarding or very, very brutal. And it seems rare to actually beat the villain, but it's really fun, and it's a game that you can play with just about anyone.
Question for you.
Answer.
In reference to your list and stuff. So, do you need to win cooperative games to feel like you've accomplished and feel like you're doing well with the game?
No.
You don't feel like you don't mind losing cooperative games?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Sometimes we
Same.
laugh after it.
Yeah.
You feel the same way?
Yeah, there's co-op games in my top 100 that I've never won before.
Like Sub Terrible. It's called Sub Terra, but I call it Sub Terrible because everything that happens to your character is terrible. There's nothing happiness happens.
That one fell out of my top 100 a couple years ago, and it has not made its way back.
I mean, it's fun, but it's brutal.
Fun. It is brutal.
How do you win that game?
And that's actually not even the most brutal co-op I own.
Wow, what is that?
A lot. I can name a bunch of them, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we on, 47 now?
47. And that is going to be actually new to the list this year.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually going to be a card game based on an IP that I have zero affinity to whatsoever, and that's Lord of the Rings. And that is a game called Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings trick-taking game.
When did you play this?
I played this at ExcaliburCon. We played it with Jamie and Andrew and Isaac.
Oh, after I left.
That was, I think, Sunday you played it.
Oh, what about, was Glow there?
Oh, maybe it was Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Saturday night later.
Because I don't think Jamie went on Sunday.
Oh, no. Yeah, it must have been Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a cooperative trick-taking game, very much like The Crew. And it's a very story-driven card game. So they've basically took a card game with a basic deck of cards almost, that they've customized to be their own. Like they've made their own suits, being like different landscapes in the worlds, and they made it very thematic and story-driven, and you're working together to accomplish these different goals. And so one player will play as Frodo, who needs to win a certain number of tricks, whereas Sam needs to have the one ring or something to rule them all and stuff like that.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is that your first time playing it? Is it ExcaliburCon?
It was actually, and it has a whole campaign story you can play. So you can play the first scenario.
Who told you about the game? Sorry to interrupt.
It's one that's been talked about a while. It came out last year, and they actually have a new version out this year. Based on the Two Towers, which is the second one.
Oh, okay.
And they have which is a continuation of the story in trick-taking form. So you're playing out the story of the Lord of the Rings trilogy in a basic trick-taking card game.
Okay, I got a confession. I've never really fully watched the first Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen any of them.
Isn't there a guy named Schmeagol in it?
I don't know. Someone in the comments will tell us.
Yeah. Well, if you know, please let me know. I think it is. And that's something I'd like to watch with you, actually.
Yeah. One of these days I would like to check it out.
I think that would enhance the game, in my opinion, my biased opinion. I think it would enhance the game and give you I know you like it, but I think it would give you a better understanding, don't you think? Do you think so?
I think the card play is cool with this game, where you're actually not only are you, they're using cards in a way that is unique. Like they're using basically a standard deck of cards to tell a story.
Okay, I like that. So you don't have to
your standard 52 card deck and making a story.
So you don't have to. Did you read The Lord of the Rings?
No.
So you don't have to have any knowledge of it to play. That's cool.
Yeah. And people that are into The Lord of the Rings tell me that it's pretty accurate story-wise. And yeah, gameplay is pretty cool. It's a fully cooperative thing, but everyone's trying to accomplish their own private objective.
I like that.
But in order to win, everyone has to accomplish their objective collectively. So.
All right. Well, my number 47 was 18 last year. And that's Nidavellir.
Ooh.
I think the reason why it dropped is just because we haven't played it in 2 years maybe, or a year. Honestly, it's hard to even explain the game because it's been so long.
Yeah.
I'd probably need a refresher on the rules, but I know that there's certain color cards that score different points depending on if you have 2 purple cards, that's more points, or you also have cards that you can obtain that have a point value, and it's a ranking game where you start off with we have 3 tokens that you can auction off, right? You have use tokens to as your form of currency to win an auction for cards, and then you get first person will get first dibs on a card, and you can really actually screw over your opponents by but it's funny because Ben said when we first started playing this game that it's very rare that somebody will collect all like 15 of the purple cards, and Jamie sneakily, who's actually a really good game player and one of our best friends, actually collected 15 cards and smoked us all because we were so worried about collecting.
That's because you let her.
I did.
That's because we let her do that. We were basically dumb enough to let her.
Well, I had, we all had different objectives. And then you can also, I remember this at the end of the game, you get extra points if you have the most, I think it goes up to, the chips or the tokens go up as high as 15, but you can get like cards that can make them stronger. And whoever has the highest of those tokens at the end gets like 5 extra points or 10 or something. But yeah, definitely something I want to get back to the table, but I don't know how I would play at 2 players, and we haven't really been spending time with some of our friends playing these games where it's better to play with 3 or 4 persons.
It does play at 2. I have played it at 2 and like you said before, I played it with Jamie at 2, and I've beaten Jamie pretty handily at 2 players just because she does do that same strategy every time, and if you can stop that strategy, you can just destroy her. I do like it better generally at more players, but there is a very there's something to be said about the tug and the push and pull with the 2-player game, and you actively keeping track of one person's army of dwarves, and not letting them build up an optimal army.
Was this on your list at all?
Yeah, it's something that will be on. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
Oh, so it's higher up. And this was a game that actually didn't the publisher send it to you randomly?
Yeah, it was one of their cleaning out their warehouse. They sent me a demo copy.
Yeah, it's a great game. Like I said,
Thanks, Danny.
It's just like recency bias is why it's not up there. But are we on 46 now?
46, yes. So mine is new to my list this year. It is a 2025 game. It is a 2-player game from the company Playpunk. Last year they put out Captain Flip.
You really do like that game.
But this year, same company as Captain Flip. Captain Flip fell out of my top 100 this year. But my pick for number 46 is called Zenith.
Have I played that with you?
You have not. I haven't gotten the physical copy of it. It's one I've played a lot on BGA. I've talked to a few people. I played it with Jamie quite a lot.
If you don't have BGA, Board Game Arena, you definitely need to get it. It's like $40, $42 for the year, or like $5 to $7 a month. It's like $4
a month.
For the premium. You can also play without having premium. Like if you're playing with a player that has premium, you can play premium games. Like if your opponent does.
All right.
Excuse me.
And so Zenith is a 2-player only game in which you have a hand of cards, and you are going to be vying for area control of the different planets in the solar system. And you're playing these characters, and they are going to give you special powers, and they're going to move these tokens along this track here, and when you want to gain control of the different planets in the solar system. And there's quite a bit of depth in the gameplay. Also, there's different colors associated with each planet, and when you play one card for a particular planet, future cards that you play of that planet color will cost less to play, which is really cool. And then you got this, they have their own currency called Zenithium or something like that. And that you can spend that currency and discard a card of a certain type, like being animals or humans or robots, and you can do special effects. And there's bonuses if you're the first person to do that special effect too. It's a really cool game. Not super widely available in the US right now, unfortunately. But yeah.
But BGA is
it's available on there, and fingers crossed for a more wide release of it in the US soon.
Well, that's good to know that it's coming out soon.
Yeah, they've had some good games coming out.
All right, so my number 46 actually, I just added it to the list during this video, because when we talked about my number 50 game, Rear Window, it reminded me of Dead of Winter, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm looking through my list, and I'm like, it's not on my list, and I really like it. So instead of having Flamecraft, which was my 46, I actually entered Dead of Winter. And Dead of Winter was actually 38 last year, and then the year before it was 16. And like this is a semi co-op. It also can just be a co-op game if there is a trader, in fact. There isn't necessarily a trader, but if there is, you want to hide and you want to defeat the other people who are trying to prevent the zombies from zombies from attacking your character. It's a really fun game. I played it with 5 people, I think.
I think it plays up to 5 with the base game.
Yeah, so we played with Camila, who actually was the hidden traitor, and she did a great job. Like, I didn't know she was the traitor. Like, she did such a phenomenal job. But I like the aspect that you have to, like, you have to feed your characters, right? That's what we had to do. You have to feed your characters.
Yeah. Best way to describe this game is Walking Dead, the board game, without the theme.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, sometimes it's hard for me to explain it just because I haven't played it in a while, but it's definitely something I think would be fun to play with Taylor and Trey. Or even...
Trey would get into that for sure.
All right, let's do that then. Well, yeah, so...
Yeah. I feel like this is one that suffers from recency bias for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad I entered it back into my list just now.
And it's one that's not been in my top 100 for the last couple of years just because it doesn't hit the table. It's one that people still enjoy, and it's quite popular for how long it's been out for. Like, it still surprises me just how popular this game is. Like, I hear people, even in the area, still playing this game. It's a fun one. It's just one that doesn't hit the table as often.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. There's so many games out there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my number 45.
Yes.
My number 45 was my number 33 last year. It's one that's been on the list in some capacity pretty much every year that I've done this this top 50, top 100. And that's Space Base.
I love that game.
Yeah, Space Base is a great dice rolling engine building game where you are just trying to build up your fleet of ships, and you are trying to race to get to 40 victory points. And it's very fun. There's so many different cards that you can buy to improve your fleet, and also try to and build up your currency to buy more cards.
Yep.
One of my favorite aspects of the game that doesn't happen in other games is the fact that when you spend currency, you don't get change back. You have to spend all your money. So if you have 30 credits and you want to buy a card that's worth 12, you don't get 18 back. You have to go back to 0.
And you can only buy one card at a time.
One card at a time.
And like some of the cards, I think, cost a little bit more, depending on the, like, because you're rolling 2 dice, right?
Yes.
And so some numbers are probably, like, for instance, getting a 7 is more likely than, getting a 2 or a 12. So aren't those cards a little bit more expensive, and people are trying to get those cards to enhance?
Not necessarily.
I thought they were more expensive, but I know
Not
the
the
benefit.
number,
But I know
more
the benefit.
powerful effects
Yeah,
are.
more powerful. But I know the benefit of like if you get a 12, you know that one might be like you get 20 points right off the bat.
The 20s are more powerful, but they're not more expensive to buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Recency bias.
Yeah. Oh, did that not make your list?
It did. It's
Okay.
higher up.
Okay. Because I could have sworn that this one would make.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying recency. Or sorry, that's not the correct terminology. I just haven't. I don't necessarily remember how the cards cost, but I do know the currency thing that you said.
Yeah.
I just haven't played it in a minute.
Yeah, it's one that I've been playing since the early onset of the channel and just haven't divvied away from. And it's one of those things where it's essentially a race game because you're racing to 40 points, but it's not you don't have like a finish line, like a board finish line, but you're still racing.
And there's not a certain amount of rounds or whatnot.
Right. So it's your racing.
It can end very fast.
But not your traditional race game, which is cool. Yeah, it can end but it usually takes a little bit to play, and you get to really build up your engine. There are times where it does overstay its welcome, which prevents it from going even higher up. But it does this sort of thing where you're rolling 2 dice and doing actions and making pairs in a way that I think is still better than other games in this genre.
For sure. Great game.
Space.
So my number 45 is new to the list, and I believe this is a game you got me for my birthday, right? Come Sail Away.
Oh, Come Sail Away, yeah, Sashi and Sashi.
I love that.
Yeah.
So didn't this game come out 2025?
Yes, it came out in the U.S. in 2025.
And this game is, as you can think, is on a ship of some sort. It's actually a cruise ship, right?
Yep.
And what you're trying to do is you have like different passengers that have different colors, right? I can't remember.
Yep. Different types of passengers.
Different types of passengers, and your goal is to get rooms that will satisfy the passengers. But when you get rooms, you have to make sure it's connected to another room. Like, say, you can't just get a room on the other side because that will cut off a entrance for other passengers to get on. So that can make it a little complex, and you're trading cards. You get like 2 cards, right, at first, or 3 cards, and then whatever cards you don't use, you flip flop to your opponent. So I kind of like that aspect of like, oh well, you know, my opponent has no black meeples, so or passengers, so let's pass them a black card. This is not based off race, by the way, because there's yellow.
With the black ones.
There's red, there's yellow, there's green. So yeah, this is not race based.
Stick them with the red meeples.
Yes.
All right.
I like the game.
Yes. This one, it's in my top 150. It's not in my top 100, but it's in my top 150. So,
that's sad.
So it was definitely in the consideration, and it was on the short list. But of the 300 different games I've played this year, it's in the top 150. So and I have over 1,000 games to rank. So
wow,
that's still really high.
Yeah. So you're number 44, right?
My number 44, yes. So it's slowly going down. It was my number 26 last year, and that is First Rat.
Oh yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah. First Rat is a sort of, I guess you call it a worker placement game, but it's more like a ratchet system where you can go as far as you want on this track getting to the moon but you can never go backwards. And you have these little rat pieces, and you are trying to make your way to the moon. You're building these different rocket ship parts and trying to get to the moon because the comic books have told you that the moon is made of cheese. And you've got some little characters here. You got this hamster, you got the Mad Crow, and other characters that have different shops along the way. You're like following this, lack of better term, yellow brick road to get to the moon, which is made of cheese, and you're collecting these different resources to build these rocket ship parts to help yourself get to the moon. and you are trying to have a little mini game in your own personal burrow where you can get more rats to come out onto the board and such. I'm making it sound like it's a lot more complex game than it really is. It is one on the lighter side of the Euro games.
Yep.
And when I first got it, I was intimidated by the size of the game. And then I played it for the first time, and it's like, oh, this is actually not that heavy of a Euro game.
Now, the saying is, like, don't judge a book by its cover. And I would say the same for board games. Did you know that actually originated because, I don't know what a time period, but what they would do is they would take these high complex or valuable books or documents, and what they would do is they would cover up the book so you couldn't see what it was. And so that's where the term is, don't judge a book by its cover, because there could be something good underneath it.
I like the cover. I think it's cute.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but
I think the cover looks better than the game itself. But
like,
the game is still a good-looking game.
Like Lorenzo Magnifico.
Don't be hating on Lorenzo.
The game, the
cover
box
is beautiful.
But the game is fun.
The cover is beautiful.
I mean,
don't be hating on.
It's not quite an eyesore, but it's not.
It's very beige.
It's
very beige. It's not a looker.
Well,
when you started playing board games with me, you used to have this phrase when learning new games: the drier, the better.
No, that was you.
That was you.
That was me?
That was you.
Wow.
You used to be like, the drier the game, the better.
Yeah, that's how Ben is. The drier the game, the better. Yeah, it's a fun game.
You're definitely going away from that for sure. You're definitely going away from the dry games, and you're going towards the pretty boxes. Which is fine, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, my number 44 was my number 21 last year. And there's a couple versions that we played. It's called My City. We've done My City, which is, it actually has, 24 levels.
Yeah.
The reason why it dropped off my list is because I have played it to death.
Mm-hmm.
We played the campaign with Ben. We've also started another campaign of it. We've also played a shorter version on BGA. I've also played a lot of solo of this game. It's fun. If you like games that you have to build pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm trying to think, like, you have, the pieces have different, like, what is it called? Different shapes on them.
Yep. Polyominoes.
Polyominoes. And you want to get, for certain points, you want them to touch. But every level gets a little bit different, and there's different rules. So maybe in the first, or maybe in level 5, you want to build around, the river. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I think in all of them you have to build. But then there's one level where you have to build around the railroad. The railroad.
Yep. So,
yeah, and then, like, if the one thing I like about this game is, like, if you lose the round, you get a perk that will help you in the next round.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely fun. I think it's best if you play it not necessarily all in one day, but in a very short time span, so you remember the rules, because they get a little more complex. But it's a really fun game, and like I said, it just fell down because it's not recency bias. It's because I played the heck out of it. And we also have My Island, which we started. I think we have we got to level 3 or 4, so we still have 20 more levels. And I would like to get back to it. I just needed to take a break from it.
Yeah. It was my number 64 this year. It's holding steady at that spot strictly because of the memories that you and I have playing it.
Sorry.
And that's, but yeah, so it's definitely holding steady for that reason alone. But it's definitely, one that I enjoy. And it's, is that one of your highest Knizias?
No.
You still have probably have 1 or 2 more Knizias, I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Number 43. So my number 43 was actually 77 last year.
Wow.
So it's gone up because I've been playing it a few times.
Have I played it with you?
You did play it recently, actually.
Enlighten me.
It's called Imperial Settlers.
Refresh my memory.
So Imperial Settlers is a game where you have your own faction of a race faction like Romans, Egyptians, Japanese, and such,
Oh,
and you are
yeah.
going to be building up. You're going to be settlers in that region, and you are going to be building different buildings to create your settlements and managing your resources and building more buildings.
And you get to
getting
choose a
victory points.
nationality.
Yes.
I chose the sorry to interrupt. I chose the Egyptian, and it just didn't work out for me. But I liked the game a lot.
Yes.
It didn't make my list because I did this list before I played the game.
You think that it might make your list?
Yeah, I want to play it. Actually, can we play it later on today?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's actually a new version. So there's different versions of it. So Ignacy has this version. He's got another version called Empires of the North, which is like a winter themed version of this.
Yep.
But it adds a worker placement aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it adds a little level of complexity to it. And then there's also a version called 51st State, which is a post-apocalyptic version. But everyone, instead of having a private deck, everyone just draws from a central deck.
Mm.
And it's post-apocalyptic theme. So
Can I just tell you a random thing?
what?
So, you know how I haven't gotten you your Christmas present yet?
Yeah.
I think I know what I want to get you.
Okay.
And I think it'll benefit our videos.
Okay.
I think, and if you disagree, that's okay, and then I won't get it for you. I think we should get a green screen. What do you think about that?
If we want to.
Well,
It's
what do
gonna
you...
tear up the wall, though.
It will?
Yeah.
Can't we just put it on not on a movable shelf?
You could.
I don't know.
Try that.
Sorry. I just was thinking of it because I was just thinking about it'd be really cool, to show some of these games, like the color or the cover or something. I know Ben does put the on the bottom of the screen what the actual game is, but I think it'd be cool to add some of that. Maybe
That's gonna be so much editing.
No, maybe not necessarily for a big list like this.
Yeah.
But if we're reviewing a game, reviewing one game, maybe have it in the background.
I could see us having a big banner with our logo or something.
Okay, that works too.
At some point.
But I'm saying, okay, well, it's something we can discuss.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm so sorry.
So that's Imperial Settlers by Ignacy Trebacek. So Portal Games, which is the same company that put out Tajemnicze Domostwo.
Can you say that one more time?
Tajemnicze Domostwo. You remember that?
That's so sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that game.
You like it when I speak Polish?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Well, my number 43 is actually new to the list, and I played it with Jamie for the first time. And that's called Mountain Goats. And I think, didn't I teach you how to play that game? And I was kind of mean, and I smoked Ben in it. So it's a game where you have 4 dice, and what you're trying to do is get numbers of between 5 and 10. And the cool thing about the game is you can use 3 dice to get to a number. You know how some games you can only use 2 of those dice?
Or just 1.
Or just 1 dice. And so it's based, so for instance, it's kind of like Can't Stop.
Yeah.
So in the game, it's easier to get 5. So you have to go up a step ladder.
Yeah.
And once you get up, say, 5 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another thing. If you roll 4 5s, you can get to the top.
Yeah.
Right there. You can use all those dice. And you can go up different trails with those dice. So once you get up to the top, you can collect a token, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you keep collecting a token unless the other opponent goes up and kicks you off down to the bottom. And one thing you can do to really screw over your opponent is if you are the first one to get all the if you're the first one to get all the tokens, say for all the 10 tokens, for the tokens that when you get to the 10, which is you don't have to go up as far. You get you need to get 2 10s to get to the top, whereas for numbers that are easier to get, you have to go up further.
Mm-hmm.
Once that stack is gone, say there's 5 that you can get, then that number completely is removed from the game, and your opponent can't get a bonus. Sorry, that was way more complex in the game. It's fun. It takes about 10-15 minutes to play.
Yeah.
It's just a cute game.
I think just because Can't Stop exists, so there's no reason to play Mountain Goats in my eyes.
I disagree.
I will make a prediction though. The new Mountain Goats Legacy that's going to be coming out at the end of the year. That's going to be hot. That's going to see a lot of play around the world.
Do you think we will play it?
I will play it if you want to play it. I don't like Mountain Goats enough to want to play a full Legacy game of it, but I would get it. It's on Kickstarter right now. By the time this video airs, the Kickstarter will have already ended, I think, right now at the time of recording.
How much is it?
Like 24 hours left. I don't know.
Well, you don't know. Can you ballpark it?
I can't, no.
$1,000?
No,
$100?
it's going to be... It'll probably be in the 50 range-ish, I'm assuming.
Oh, that's not bad. This game was $20 when I picked it up.
Yeah.
I picked it up at ExcaliburCon from one of the stores that were there.
I do like All Plays Games, the company that makes them. I do like their games. This is not one that I care about as much, but there's definitely some that are in my top 100 that I enjoy from them. It's just not... This one isn't for me, but I'm glad you enjoy it.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
So what are we on? 42 for you?
42. So my number 42 is Holding Steady. It was brand new to the list last year at 35. And that is Draft and Write Records.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, so Draft and Write Records is a game where you're drafting cards and writing on your personal sheet. And you are creating your own rock band and touring the world performing. And you are releasing singles, releasing albums, creating your band, your production, and not only your musicians themselves, your guitar players, your one singer, your drummers, but also your sound people. And you are actually traveling to different locations and scoring points based on the farther you travel for shows, the more points you're going to get. And you're going to have different objectives, both private and public, that you are going to be going for. And just how many combos you can create with this. Like how releasing this one single will get you one thing that you can mark off, will let you mark off another thing, which will let you travel to a location, and that location is going to let you mark off a radio appearance that you can, where you filled in that column or that row. That's going to give you points, or that's going to give you another a show that you can go to and travel to.
I like it a lot. You're going to see it on my list. It's a little higher up than yours.
It's definitely one of my highest, like in the roll and write genre for sure. And it's a fun one that I was not expecting. It was very unassuming when I first played it, but first time I played it, I was like, wow, this is a good game. This one definitely surprised me.
Alrighty, so my number 42 actually is new to the list. It's not a new game, but we played it at ExcaliburCon, one of the last... No, we actually played it...
Is that the last time we played it?
No, I think we played it a few months ago. Okay. It's called Expressions, and it is a... Would you say trick-taking?
No, it is a cooperative limited communication.
Oh, yeah. So I was thinking of something else. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you were saying what it was.
Yeah, so it is a limited communication, like a sort of deduction puzzle in a way. You're trying to guess what your opponents have in their hand without them giving you verbal clues. Everything is nonverbal in this game, which is adds to the trick of the communication with it.
And it's a co-op.
It is fully cooperative, which is cool.
I like that with the cards. Like, you have a card that has 4 different things on it that you can show. Like, for instance, one side or one part, if you have the card facing a particular way, it'll show that this is when you play a card down and it'll show that this is the highest card I have. Or I have, if you turn it a different direction, because there's 5 colors, right? And there's numbers 1 through 10 for all of them. I think it's 5 colors. So, like, say if you have multiple 2s, you can flip one of the cards that shows that you have multiple of this color. So you really have to pay attention to what your colleague, or not colleagues, but other players are placing down. So they give clues based off their, and also you don't have to give a clue like your turn. You can just like, hey Ben, do you have the blue 2? And say if Ben has the blue 2, that'll go in the win pile, and you'll also get to pick a card from your hand and put that in the win pile. And the goal of the game is to actually have more cards in the win pile versus more cards in the loser pile. So say if I ask Ben, do you have a blue 2? And Jamie has the blue 2. So Jamie will put the blue 2 in the loser pile, and you'll put a card in the loser pile too.
I like that the clues you give count against you in the end. So you want to.
That
need
too.
to give clues, but the clues that you do give count against you in the end.
Yeah.
It was my number, I think 95 this year.
Oh, so it's in your top 100.
It is in my top 100. It was hard for me to rank this one for sure because I putting aside my relationship with the designer there.
Who's the designer?
Isaac Meyer.
I don't know him.
Oh, I went to high school with him.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, him and I went to high school together. But anyway, yeah, it's a great game. I'm surprised it was in your top 50. When I think of your favorite games, I don't think of this one.
I really like it.
That's good. And so it comes in this little square box that's like an all-play size box, but it comes with this little tuck box, which is like the size of a deck of cards. And so you can take it out of that deck of cards from that and keep that tuck box for on the go, and then you have this like still small all-play square box. Yeah, 4.
Definitely easy for
which is like the mountain goat
taking with
box.
you. Yep.
Yeah, but then you also have the deck of cards size, so it's basically literally just a deck of cards, and then a rule book. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, my number 41. It was my number 39 last year. It is a cooperative game, and it's my favorite version of this type of cooperative game.
Have I played it with you?
You have, and it might be on your list.
Okay.
So it's a Pandemic Iberia.
Yep.
So my favorite Pandemic is Pandemic Iberia. I like the setting of Pandemic Iberia. I think that anyone who hasn't played Pandemic, the few of you, it is a game where you play as scientists, researchers, and stuff, trying to eradicate different diseases, researching different diseases in a global pandemic. So this game came out long before COVID-19, and it's become more and more relevant as time goes on. And you are going to basically trying to stop these different diseases from outbreaking and taking over the world. Basically, you're keeping these diseases in check.
It is higher up on my list, so I don't want to say too much right now.
So we won't say too. So I will say what I like about Pandemic Iberia itself is not only the old-timey theme and the old-timey diseases like malaria and such, but you're also...
You think that's old-timey?
It is for that time period, for that region, yes. Not so much nowadays in that region.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's more like a third world thing now.
Did you actually know that they came up with first world, second world, third world, and maybe even fourth world, not based off of financial or economic status? It actually first originated because of for geographic purposes.
Nice.
Did you know that?
Okay.
So back then, a third world country didn't mean that they were in poverty or lacked certain resources. Yeah.
Cool.
Fun fact of the day.
So when you're done with your fun fact, I'll explain what I like about the game.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I what I like about it is the rail system where you're building a railroad and you get to ride the rail down to the end for transportation. Whereas with the base Pandemic, you're actually flying places.
Yep.
I feel like you have to earn your way around this, and you're. Yeah. So
you have water tokens too that you don't have in the base game.
Yeah, I like the water tokens, but I think my favorite thing is just the railroad system. Building the different railroad tracks is cool. And that's one thing that I just prefer about this game over the base Pandemic. And it's basically like fully replaced base Pandemic for me.
Oh yeah. So I will say this. I'm not so in my next because it's higher up on my list. So I won't say much in that video, but I will say I have a great appreciation for this game. And actually, it was the first pandemic game I played.
Yeah.
And so when I played the base game, the base game was still fun. Don't get me wrong, but Iberia it's a little bit more complex, but it's so much better in my opinion. I like it. I love the game. I played it a few times. It's been a couple years since we played it, but it's something I would definitely bring back to the table.
And we have Pandemic Legacy Season 1
Oh, yeah.
still in the shrink wrap when we want to break that out. I'm still super interested in playing that. It's basically Pandemic, but adding a story to it.
Nice.
And
I
so-
would play it.
Yeah.
I forgot we had that.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that. That is one of the top 5 games of all time on BGG. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely one of
Of the Legacy or
just all-time games.
Iberia?
No.
Just Pandemic.
Legacy 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So definitely interested in that. That might, if we play it may replace Iberia for me on this list, but
Okay, we'll see. Well, my number 41 actually was my number 13. And originally when it was 13, it was called Everdale. But now I played a newer version called Everdale Far Shore, and I like the aspect of you can travel by sea.
Sure.
I also like in this game, it's easier to collect resources more so than in the base game.
I disagree.
Well,
I think it's just your strategy that you're going for makes it easier for you specifically to get resources.
And I think I lost, either I won by 1 or lost by 1.
I'd have to check our
I know
scores,
we were within 1 point.
Yeah, we were close for
and
sure.
I haven't played in a while, so it's kind of a little bit rusty, but it's definitely something I'd play again. We actually got it. Actually, it cost $100, and we got it for half off, which was nice.
Yeah. So this is 41 for you.
Yep.
I thought this would be a lot higher for you.
Mm.
But no, this is still.
I think it can move up.
Yeah.
I definitely think so.
It's one that we haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
We've played Silver Frost and we played Far Shore, but we haven't played Base Everdell in a while.
Yep. Or Far Shore in a while.
Yeah.
And Ben has like a huge collection of Everdell. Like.
Which we'll talk about the big collection later on.
Okay.
I'm sure that'll.
Well, that is our 41 through 50.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our video. We will be back hopefully next week, maybe even sooner.
Yeah. If you want to catch more of us, where can you find us?
At Collector's Connection.
Or
Walmart.
or online at where?
At Ben and Danielle Reviews.
Yeah.
And
Facebook.
on Facebook too.
Facebook, Instagram, Ben and Danielle Reviews, and we also have our merch store where you can get Sharita's face on a shirt,
Yep.
or on a water bottle, or a sweater, or anything.
Or stickers.
Or stickers. You can get a sticker with Sharita's face. You can also get, if you want to, for some reason, want to get Ben's face, or there's Danielle. You can support Danielle, show Danielle some support, and be like, hey, yeah, get her. But yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Have a great rest of your day.